So the last trick that I want to talk to you about is that sometimes the client will come in and they'll want to make some adjustments. And sometimes it'll be to the filter. Sometimes they'll say, I don't like those stripes, or I want this text to be a different color. Those are all easy changes to make. But sometimes they say, well, overall, the image is too bright or too dark. I want to show you a really cool trick about using what's called an adjustment layer. And an adjustment layer is a very special type of layer, and what it does is it makes all of the adjustments that are available to us in this image adjustments menu, they're available over here as adjustment layers. And when we choose them as an adjustment layer, what they do is automatically affect everything below that adjustment layer. So what we can do is click on our layer here, and let's say that the client says, well, it's a little bit too bright. Well, all you need to do is click on that layer, and here you can change the hue and saturation, the levels, the brightness, and it's only going to affect the layers below the adjustment layer. So let's just go ahead and throw on levels. I like to play with levels a lot. And I can play with these adjustments, and if I just want to bring that edge down, and I can just play with it live like this while the client's looking there, and actually, you know what? I love the way that it's causing this background to just totally sink in. I love this effect right here. And that is really cool. I like how it's just totally eliminating that whole edge. That's a very cool effect. But you can see that I can just sort of play with this option, and it's affecting everything below this layer. And to demonstrate really quick, what I want to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it to the top of my layer stack. And did you see a slight shift in the text? That's because I just affected the layers using the levels as well. So everything below an adjustment layers will be affected by that adjustment layer. So I can control and only limit certain parts of my image. Here's another great place where I might want to also just sort of group my things together. So I'm going to grab these three layers and I'm going to make a new group. And I'll call it text. And I'm going to do another layer called background. And Bleed Sim I'll just leave by itself. But here you can see that it makes it a little bit easier for me to adjust my image, because I just need to put the adjustment layers right above this background group, and it's going to affect just the background. So adjustment layers are another great way to work, completely non-destructive. You can modify and change the way that the image looks with the same tools that we used over here destructively, but they don't affect the layer, and we can also just turn them on and off this way.